I'll be brief because we have a very interesting panel and I want to actually have the real conversation. I thought this would be a good moment to thank Mr. Vikram Sood for his contribution to the country, to the nation, for many, many years. Thank you very much, sir. And let me confirm to you that his contribution during his 31 years in service actually continues in his years after service. And by chronicling ideas, by sharing your perspectives, by actually alerting all of us to some of the big trends that are shaping the world we live in and the oceans India is navigating is a real seminal contribution to the nation's journey. So thank you very much. There's also a personal story I do want to share. I was late to the world of thinking. I was not necessarily designed for that. I was trained as an engineer and used to run gas turbines in my early part of my career, and eventually I stumbled into an organization called ORF, where we had Mr. Vikram Sood at that time, the vice president for the foundation. And I must tell you that for a man of his caliber, competence, achievements, one of the gentlest humans, who takes you under his fold, who is loud in his support of you, and who is very gentle when he disagrees with you. So thank you very much, sir. I have learned a lot from you, from my early days traveling with you to Moscow, if you remember, 2009, 2008, to now when we are launching your third book, the trilogy, Great Power Games, From Western Decline to Eastern Ascent. It's been a journey of really discovering being human in spite of everything that you've achieved. And I think that's Mr. Vikram Sood, a human to the core, a gentleman, a scholar, but most importantly, a wonderful mentor and a guide for all of us. So thank you very much, sir. Please. Let me acknowledge Ms. Smriti Irani, who needs no introduction. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Jay Panda. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Mr. Sanjeev Sanyal, thank you for coming and speaking at this event. And of course, my colleague Gautam, who's going to be on stage as well. So we have a power-packed evening, and I'm going to get out of the way of the program that is unfolding, and I'm going to hand it back to Tanubi to take the program forward. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to those who will be watching the video reproduction of this discussion, for supporting this very important enterprise of having conversations, of shaping narratives, of describing India in your own terms. And I think that's what this book is really about. Let us continue to engage on this very important issue. It's not an end point, it's not a destination, it's a journey. We have to continuously evaluate how we imagine ourselves, how we describe ourselves, and of course, how we see ourselves in the future. And I think this is an important day for that particular project.
It's a pleasure to be here this evening to launch Mr. Sood's new book, Great Power Games, From Western Decline to Eastern Ascent. And as Samir just mentioned, it does seem to be the third part in a trilogy, the first two being The Unending Game and The Ultimate Goal. Indeed, while Great Power Games extends our understanding of the major themes introduced in the first two, it spotlights the new power equations and dynamics that have developed in the world and in India in recent times. The sweep of this book is truly magisterial, from the ashes of the Second World War to the present. Like Mr. Sood's earlier books, this one too shows us the seamy underbelly of how nations pursue power, how the West rose, and how it is now faltering, it seems. Crucially, this book places India and India's interests at the center of the global power tussle. It is Mr. Sood's thesis in the book that India is on the rise, yes, globally, but the country also needs to be mindful of and deal with the many dangers and pitfalls that lie in its path to greater global influence. And I am sure a lot of these will come up in the discussion today, and I'll leave you to it. Thank you.